Hello, welcome to the Evening Truth. I'm Chris. Just a couple things I want to say before I get started. The views and opinions expressed here on the Evening Truth are solely my own. Um, these are my personal opinions. There are no scripts. I've put this together in order to get some opinions and information out to the general public. I have been criticized a little bit about putting these opinions on video. However, I believe that we are all entitled to our opinion, and also we're guaranteed our right to free speech in the Constitution of these United States. With that being said, the first part of the Evening Truth today is going to be on the swine flu H5N1 hoax, in my opinion. There are many variations of what's actually happening and what people are reporting. From what I can gather, the initial outbreak of the virus it was hyped up, really. I mean, and there's obviously a reason that they're putting the hype and spin on this virus. There's obviously going to be something in the future that will be related to this. Back in 1976, they had a similar scare, and from what I can gather, more people were injured and hurt and killed by the vaccine, and this supposed swine flu virus never really actuated. So with that, I'll just close there with the swine flu part of the story. Also, there are a few other things that I have. It's been almost 2 months actually it has been 2 months since my last video, and there have been a lot of things that I've wanted to say, and I just haven't had the time to put the video together. The second item is the Michael Jackson. I believe Michael Jackson was overdosed with this anesthetic that is intravenously administered, and of course, anytime you have anything intravenously administered, there must be a physician and a nurse. Actually, there should be two qualified individuals administering this anesthetic. So we haven't heard the last of this. I believe there's going to be more coming out of the Michael Jackson thing. I have put out a few statements, written statements on YouTube about this, and my opinions aren't really solid at this point, so I'm not going to really go any further than that. I just want to say rest in peace, Michael, and the facts will come out, and rest in peace, really, basically. The third item is the moon footage, 40-year anniversary of the moon studio footage, the landing on the moon, rocket to the moon. Okay, yeah. There's 4 or 5 different things I've heard. The first thing I heard was that NASA erased the original footage of the moon landing, and it's quite curious that in the original footage, I mean in all the footage, that there are any stars in the background with this supposed moon landing. Without an atmosphere, if you're on the moon, I'm sure that the stars were very visible, and not only visible, but they would be it would be quite dramatic. The amount of starlight would be amazing. That's something that would be amazing and quite mesmerizing. I would imagine the astronauts would be amazed simply at that. But and they're strangely missing. There's a whole lot of other things related to the moon landing, and I don't believe that we ever did make it to the moon, but that's my opinion. There's a lot of people that share that opinion, and rightfully so. There's also we'll be hearing about more on that later, and hopefully we can get both sides of the story and not just hear the official NASA version, which I believe is just another one of the lies mounting on the top of all the other lies. Okay, we'll move on to. Oh yeah, well I also I was going back to the erased videotape, and they had to go out and get scrounge up is how it was actually written. Scrounge up other tape versions from the networks and what have you. The second story that I heard was that that NASA had lost the tape. They were pulling damage control on all the different networks. I don't know. I mean, they each had a little different spin on it, and I don't want to spend too much time on that. But my opinion is that there's no way that we could have escaped the velocity with the velocity that the rocket, and without shielding, we could have escaped the Van Allen radiation belt without severe damage to the rocket and to the occupants of the rocket, the capsule. So, I mean, just research it yourself, and the physics will really, I mean, they really must think the American public completely ignorant. I mean, it's no wonder they're trying to chemically dumb down the public, because there are people that just aren't buying this. I mean, there's so many things that the United States government lie about. I mean, it's just an outright farce. It's not only a lie. It's just it's almost as though they're taking they take the lie beyond reasonable understanding. I mean, I guess they believe that, as someone once said, the bigger the lie, the more that the general public will buy it. I mean, in my lifetime, I've found this to be true, that the more fantastic the story, the more attention you gain, the more embellishment, the quicker people are to accept it, and it's quite fascinating. The psychology of this is tremendous, and you just have to really just dig into that. I mean, for yourself. Don't take what I'm telling you as to be gospel. Look into it yourself. Look into the facts. Look into the Van Allen radiation belt and the X-rays and gamma rays that are involved after you escape the Van Allen belt. Anyway, let's move on. The Sotomajor hearings. I'm hearing all sorts of things on this. That she's racist, and that she, well, mostly, she's the first non-white Supreme Court justice. Will be, that is, that she's confirmed. I think it's fantastic. I think we should have all races represented on the Supreme Court. We should have, every ethnic background represented. That way, it'll equally represent the population of the United States of America.